Good afternoon, my friends. I want to say hello with my new friend Anastasia, and a new little baby girl, and give you a note for if you feel that you are behind in your process of recovery using neuroplasticity, and also offer an opportunity for group coaching to kind of remedy that. So you'll see what I mean in a second. So if you feel like you are chronically behind in your journey, there's a couple of reasons, or that like everybody else is making all this progress and having all these amazing breakthroughs, and you're just like struggling to gain traction in your process, and that's it. This is for you. So especially if you start with DNRS, there's a very real reason why this happens. So part of the process of recovery and using neuroplasticity is just keep a positive mindset, not talk about our symptoms too much, and celebrate wins and so forth. And the forums and that community, even if it's not DNRS specifically, is pretty strict on that positivity, to the point of toxicity sometimes, but also those are the only stories that are welcome there. And if you share anything else, it'll get censored. So you'll see people are only going to post the positives because that's all that's allowed to be posted. So you're getting you're getting only the people who have wins, and you're only getting the wins from the people who have wins. And everybody else is just not saying anything. So that's something that it creates this false kind of illusion that you are like massively behind if it's taking you a while to get traction with your process, which is not true. So my position is being a coach for the last 5.5 years, and most of my clients have done DNRS. Not all, probably at least 75%, I would guess. And I hear the raw truth behind the curtain every single day, day in and day out. And I see the people who have the miraculous recoveries in 3 to 5 months, and then a year later they've relapsed and they're worse off than they started, or they're struggling. I see everything behind the scenes. And part of it too is, one really good rule of thumb is that it takes most people between 6 months and 2 years, sometimes even a little longer, just to build a strong process that really works for them. Brain rewiring, we're trying to work on the part of us that helps us perceive everything. It takes a while to build traction with that. Like you're trying to fix a tool using the tool when the tool is impaired or broken. It's tricky. And part of this, I'm going to be offering a group coaching. And as if you've followed my YouTube channel for any length of time, you'll probably know that my approach to this is a little different. It's really important for me that there's a level of authenticity in this process for you, because people heal when they feel seen and when they feel heard. And it is a delicate balance to keep a genuinely positive perspective while still holding space for the human experience that this is, which is a pretty difficult one. It's a painful one. It's full of grief and struggle at a lot of points in time. One of my favorite authors has a term she calls generative positivity, which is what I aim for in my coaching and in my group coaching, meaning that instead of just shoving all of the dark parts in the corner or under the rug and pretending they're not there until they start to stink up the whole room, we actively compost our negative experiences to be able to create more life-giving experiences from them. So I apologize for the distraction. She's never got on my head before. Usually she's a shoulder pet. So that I've been doing group coaching for since last summer. So probably about 9 months I've had a weekly group going, and it's gotten to the point where it's time to make space for another group at another time of week, because this one's getting pretty full. And it's just turned into a really lovely place where people can share. We talk about the deeper patterns. We talk about, the deeper stuff. It's positive, but there's more space for the whole experience of this. And there's something uniquely healing about hearing someone else talk about an experience that you are in every day, and you feel like no one else in the world understands it. And then you're in a, metaphorical or virtual room full of people who are speaking your experience out of their mouths in their own words. That in itself is so healing, just to know that you're not alone, and we don't have to go into all the symptom talk to know that we're not alone. So it's just turned into this really beautiful group with a lot of consistent people. So the setup for the group coaching is this. It's a drop-in. It's by drop-in. So there's no commitment. I want this to be something where people are coming because it benefits them. It's a lot cheaper than one-on-one coaching. If you came every single day, every single time it's held once a week for a month, that would be the same cost as one 45-minute one-on-one call. And they're about 90 minutes. So that I record them now as long as everyone's okay with it. So There's lots there. Again, it's different. You're not going to be able to go in deep on your stuff and share things that you would only want to share with just me listening. But it's still very useful, and a form of community where you can feel less alone in your process, because most of my clients are people who are on that longer journey, and that's just, it's normal in this world. So I will put my website here, and you can go to the questionnaire and just fill out the questionnaire and tell me that you're interested in group coaching. So right now, my first group is pretty full. I'm trying to keep it to where we have no more than about 12 people. I prefer like 10, just so that everybody's got plenty of time to ask questions and feel heard and feel there's space for you. That's really important. And drop in again, because I don't want this to be a way. It's not as much a way for me to make money as it is a way for me to help more people in a way, and offer something cheaper. And I encourage you, especially if this is something you'd want to do consistently, to sign up, because I want to create a space where there's familiar faces, familiar voices. It's a safe place for people to really feel seen and heard, not just by me while I'm answering questions, but by others as well, and have the chance to connect. Because I know for me, having buddies and people, that was it, buddies I did rounds with, and just people who got it. That's how, as one of like the hinges of my recovery was that. So pricing and everything will be down there. And again, so the biggest thing is, let me know what time of day, what time zone you're in, and what times and days would be best for you. And I'll try to find a time that works with my schedule and the majority of people for this kind of new time I'm offering. Because I'll be offering, the one I have now currently is at 2 p.m. Eastern time every week on Tuesdays. And that only works for some people. So I'd like to offer something. It works for Europeans and some Americans, but it doesn't work for anybody in Australia. And even it just clashes with certain, commitments people have midday on a weekday. So if you're interested, send me an email through my website, and I look forward to hearing from you. And know that you are not alone. You are not weird or different or behind in any way. This is a very unique process. And remember that it is your life. Your recovery is part of your life. It's here to serve you. It's not a competition with other people. You don't have, it's your life to live and learn from. It's your journey for your healing. So take it at the pace it's happening. That's going to be the fastest pace, is the one where you accept the way things are unfolding for you. I love you.